One, two, three.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Evy Cahyanti Ikasari, and here I will tell about anecdote and spoof text. First, I wanna tell about the definition of anecdote text. Anecdote text is a text which retells funny and unusual incident in fact or imagination, and a type of spoken or written text that deals with past incident, or a type of spoken or written text that deals with past incident. And for the purpose, one is to share with others an account of unusual, uncommon, or amusing incident, and two, to entertain the readers. For the generic structure, first, it have a abstract or a signal the retelling of unusual, uncommon, or amusing incident. Two is orientation, that introduction or set the scene. And three, in the crisis, provide details of unusual, uncommon, or amusing incident. Four is a incident that reaction of the crisis. And five, the coda, a reflection or an evaluation of unusual and uncommon or amusing incident. And for the language feature of an anecdote text, one is using exclamation word. The example of "It's awful," "What a bad day," "A very strange incident." Two is using imperative. The example of "Listen, let's read this story." And then three of using rhetoric question. For the example is "Do you what? What do you like to do when you make wrong thing?" And four, using action verbs. The example is go, write, stand, speak, and so on. Five is using conjunction of time, and the example is then, afterwards, before, after, and ever, since, well, and so on. Six is using simple past tense. And this is the example of anecdote text. The title is Fisherman. Guess what happened when there was a fisherman who threw a big fish into the water and kept only that small one? It's unusual incident, isn't it? One morning, a man was crossing a narrow bridge. When he saw a fisherman under him and the shady bank on the deep smooth river, he stopped to watch him quietly. He saw the fisherman took off the hook and caught a big fish, put his tray back to the water. Then he put his hook and line in again. After a minute, he caught a rather big fish. Again, he threw it back into the water. Then, third time, he caught a small fish. He put it into his dish basket and started to get ready to go. The man on the right was very surprised. So he spoke to the fisherman. He asked why did he throw those beautiful big fishes back into the water and just keep the small one. The fisherman looked up and answered, "I only have a small frying pan." Poor fisherman. Then I wanna tell about a spoof text. Spoof text, the text is which tells factual story happened in the past time with unpredictable and funny ending. Its social function is to entertain and share to the story. Or spoof is a type of story which have a twist or funny part at the end of story. It contains an unpredictable event which makes the story funny. For the generic structure, first it have a orientation that introducing of the participant of the story, where it's happened and when. By giving the orientation, reader will recognize the story. 2 is event, that tells about the chronological of the story. Several events are explored in chronological way, which able to arrange the story nicely. 3 is twist, is an unpredictable plot in the end of the story which amuse the readers. The readers even did not predict before that it would be. For the purpose of spoof text is to entertain or amuse the reader with a funny story and to tell a story of event that humorous twist. And for language features, it's focused on individual participants, use of material projects, use of circumstance of time and place, then use of past tense, then use of direct speech for the dialogue, and using action verbs, and the example of add, run, etc., and using adverb of time and place, then told in chronological order. For the example, I have a spoof text, the title of Green, Pink, and Yellow. Can you name the colors in English? Yes, you're right. Blue, red, yellow, and so on. By the way, I have funny story about the colors. Do you want to hear it? Okay, listen to me carefully. One day, an English teacher was explaining about the colors to the student. After the whole finished explaining, he asked his student, "Who can make a sentence using the word green, pink, and yellow?" Chris, the cleverest student in the class, quickly raised up and his hand and answered, "When the yellow morning sun comes, I see the beautiful girl wearing a pink dress walking through the green grass." "Great, Chris, you're a very good student," said the teacher. Me, sir," Neil, the most stupid student in the class, said while raising his hand, and then he said, "I heard the telephone was ringing green. Then I picked up the receiver and I said, 'Yellow, who's speaking there?'" That's all that I can explain about anecdote text and spoof text. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.